Before we play this last tune, just want to take a quick second and say a couple things. The first thing, thank you for being here. It means a lot to us. I think we've been coming here for 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and I remember the first time we came into the building and I saw this room and I was like, wow, it's so big. We'll never play there. And we are, which is cool, and only because you guys came, so it's nice. Well, thank you. You didn't do anything different. Quick thing. On your way out, we have a merch table with these little postcards that are free, which direct you to a website in which you can access some unreleased tracks from artists on our label, including Banda Magda, who I hope you're well aware of, a band called Fork, a new band that I just started called Bocante that's coming to the UK in July, and one unreleased song by this band, which we recorded for Culture Vulture for our last album, but we did not release. So that's there. You just go grab the card. It's free. The second thing, we are recording tonight, and okay. Now wait a second. Before you get excited, I shouldn't have started with that sentence. Let's just backpedal for a minute. We brought with us our recording engineer Nick Hard, who engineered and mixed Culture Vulture. He's on the bus with us, and every night we're recording. And the idea is that if everything works, then we have it for sale tomorrow for cheap, like $10 or something. The problem is we started last night, was like the trial run, and like the first 4 songs just kind of sounded like. So tonight we have renewed enthusiasm. Yes, I hope that translates to electronic function, but I can't guarantee that. So rather than make a promise, I'm going to say tomorrow, check out our social media sites, and if everything worked and it's all good, then it will be available tomorrow if you want it, which is cool. Very last thing, and I'll be as brief about this as I can. We got musicians in the house tonight, right? Cool. I figured. If you know a musician, you can ask them if this is true or not. But you know, with a really amazing thing has happened recently, which is the kind of streaming, right? Like the legalization of streaming into the public sector without it being like illegal and Napster and all that stuff. And as beautiful as that is, you know, that you can access whatever you want at any moment that you want. It's young enough to where like things aren't exactly right with it 100% yet, and although the streaming companies are making a lot of money and major labels are making a lot of money for licensing their entire catalogs, ask a musician, we're not getting paid. Musicians are not getting paid for it at all. So, which is, you know, its own thing. I'm not saying listen on streaming services or not, but I just want to make sure everybody knows the difference between listening to and supporting music. And there are so many great artists out there that don't have the luxury of being able to go on the road and survive like we do. And I want to encourage you all to support them. If there's an artist that you love, especially if they're local or they're independent, please buy tickets to their shows and please buy their music, because if you don't do that, then they can't make more music for you. So I think it's a cool thing to know that that we're both, as audience and artist, we're both equal parts of the music making process, and if we all kind of do it together and support each other, then a lot of really beautiful music that otherwise might not be able to be made will be made. So, that's all. Thank you guys. Thank you, you've been wonderful.